Hey guys, it's Paige here, and today I'm going to be taking you through a what I eat in a week. Starting here with Monday, I heated up some of my meal prepped pear, cinnamon, maple oatmeal, and I'm pouring some milk on top of it after heating it up in the microwave, adding a little bit of extra maple syrup, a dash of cinnamon, and yeah, I really love this to meal prep. I like to make it on Sundays, have a few servings ready to go for the week, and it's a super easy thing to just heat up in the morning. It takes like 2 minutes, and it tastes really warm and super great to start my day with. Now here I'm grabbing myself my second cup of coffee for the day. I like to have an espresso latte kind of midday before lunchtime. I try not to have coffee after 1 p.m. because it keeps me up at night, so I'm using this oat milk creamer that I tried from Chobani, and it was pretty good. I liked it a lot. I cannot find Oatly oat milk here, so I had to improvise, but I love having my mid-morning coffee before lunchtime. Now we are starting on lunch. I am making a salad today, and when I make salad, something that I found that really helps me is to make 2 servings of salads at the same time. I'm washing my lettuce here. I finally got a salad spinner, and honestly, it has helped so much just re-crisp up my lettuce, and it definitely helps it last longer. Here I'm separating it into my bowl for lunch and my Tupperware for the next day. I've really loved putting radishes in my salad lately. I think it's so good. Now I'm just adding some feta cheese and some Greek dressing here after I put away my little salad for the next day. This is definitely not my favorite dressing, but I tried it out and it's pretty good. I like to have some berries on the side whenever I eat salads. I think it just kind of helps add a little something to it. And then I'm pouring out my green tea here that I've been trying to meal prep each week beforehand, and it's just a nice thing to have, and I use agave syrup to sweeten it, and I'm a big sweet tea addict, so it definitely curbs my cravings. This salad was honestly so good, and now I just really want a salad watching this right now. And honestly, surprisingly, that salad fills me up and keeps me held. It keeps me held over until my dinner. It's really helpful to eat a good lunch. Sometimes I'm not the best at it, but when I really just take a break from my job to sit down and eat lunch, it's super helpful, but I can never end a lunch without some sweets, so I'm eating a few Ferrero shares here because they're just so good. Now I'm making dinner here. Tonight I decided to make this creamy tomato pasta, and I made some meatballs in the air fryer for my husband to add some protein, and then I added some veggies on top of mine. So I'm chopping up some onions and some garlic here. I'm throwing them all into a pan with some olive oil, adding some fresh green beans, some chopped yellow bell pepper, and some cherry tomatoes. And then I just saute all of that up. And then here's the sauce I'm making for the pasta, and I'm cooking the noodles in that sauce. Now I'm adding some cream cheese and some Parmesan. This really made the pasta sauce so creamy and good. And those are the meatballs that I cooked up in the air fryer. They were just frozen meatballs, but they were still pretty decent. Here's the pasta after simmering for a little bit with all of the cheeses. And I'll make sure to link this pasta recipe down below. I don't really have a recipe for the vegetables because I just added that on top for myself, but you saw how I did it. It was pretty simple. I just sauteed them up, but I'll make sure to link the pasta recipe below. It was pretty good, honestly. And I had plenty of leftovers for the rest of the week, which is always nice. Then I'm having a little snack of some oranges after my dinner because I really like having fruit, and some more chocolate. Now we're moving on to Tuesday. Always starting my morning off with some coffee. This is probably my favorite part of the day, just sitting, having my coffee, hanging out with Boba. I was really craving pancakes this morning and I didn't feel like having my oatmeal like usual. So I found this recipe for these kind of healthier oatmeal-esque pancakes. Basically, they're pancakes made with oats, and they ended up really good. So I will also link this recipe down below.
I need some milk.
For my breakfast and lunch each day, the thing that makes it really easy for me to enjoy my breakfast and lunch but also eat like decently healthy and have an easier time meal prepping for each week, I like to switch off every other day with my breakfast. So I either switch off between oatmeal and then something else, whether it's today I'm having the pancakes or I might have toast and eggs, avocado, something like that. The oatmeal days are more pre-prepped oatmeal, which is a lot easier to make, and then the days where I have a little bit more time, I can prep a really good breakfast like this one. Honestly, leveling up to having pure maple syrup just makes pancakes so much better in my opinion. Definitely A+, and will make that recipe again. Again, with the afternoon coffee, I cannot get by without it. My second cup of the day really just helps me get to lunchtime because the first 4 hours of work are always the hardest for me. And then for lunch, I'm having this vegetable soup. It's a chickpea vegetable soup that I made, and then I just top it with some pesto. I love this soup so much. It's so good. Again, I'll link the recipe down below, but this is another one of those things that I switch off between. I switch off between the salad and then this soup, which the soup is the thing that I meal prep ahead of time. It makes quite a few servings and lasts me the week. Now I'm having again some fruit after my meal because I just have a really bad habit of needing some fruit after my meal. This time I was eating pears, which are so good right now. For dinner, I'm having 2 hot dogs because I was really feeling unhealthy and I should have just had 1 hot dog this night, but I've been really into hot dogs lately. And these are so good when you cook them in the air fryer. Now we're on to Wednesday, again with my morning coffee. Can't get by without it, seriously. It's my favorite part of the day. For breakfast again, now switching back to the oatmeal, I'm adding some cinnamon and some extra maple syrup like usual with the milk, and then I just throw that in the microwave. Again with the after breakfast pre-lunch latte. Cheers! Now I'm eating the leftover salad that I made on Monday as my lunch on Wednesday. So now you can see why it's so nice to pre-make a second salad while you're making the first one. All of that chopping, it doesn't take much longer to just make a second salad at the same time, and it's already ready for you next time. Now on to Thursday. I completely forgot to record my dinner on Wednesday night, but you will see I eat the leftovers for lunch on this day. But we're starting with some avocado toast and eggs today. So I'm just mashing up some avocado on this protein bread, adding a little bit of chipotle chili powder, some crushed red pepper. Then I'm frying up an egg with some feta on it. I've been loving putting feta in my eggs. It just makes a special flavor in there and it kind of caramelizes. And I make it into a little omelet. And if you guys have not tried chipotle chili powder yet, you really have to try it because it just levels up so many things. And I really like it on avocado toast. Again, making my latte for after my breakfast because I know I'm going to want it, so I might as well just make it now. And grabbing some berries because, again, with the fruit, I gotta have it. As you can see, that was a really good breakfast. I ate every single bite. Now for lunch, I'm eating the leftovers from last night, so I literally just made some orange chicken and vegetables. So I did peppers and onions, sauteed those up, and then made the chicken as well with some rice. Now I'm having my pear afterwards, as always. And then for dinner, I ate a heavier lunch this day with the chicken instead of just like a salad or soup. So I did a workout and ended up just having a protein bar for dinner. Now on to Friday. The sunset was so beautiful on this day. I couldn't help but put it in here. I woke up really early on Friday for some reason. For breakfast, I am eating some more of the oatmeal. But this time I decided to add some extra pears on top. I've been loving adding pears into a pan, which you'll see in a second, with some butter and brown sugar here. Honestly, I'm not joking here. Putting pears with butter and brown sugar in a pan, add a little bit of pecans or walnuts, and it seriously tastes like pecan pie. I mean, it tastes more like pecan pie if you put pecans, but I can't remember here. It looks like I was out of pecans, so I did walnuts this time. Either way, it's such a good topping for oatmeal or yogurt, and it just makes things taste so warm and cozy and, you know, slightly sweet with a little bit of brown sugar, but not too unhealthy. And I really like cooked pears. If you haven't had them, you should definitely try cooked pears. Again, my coffee. It doesn't even need to be said anymore. And I'm having for lunch again the same thing. So the orange chicken with the peppers and onions. I think I have some green beans in there too. And then I made a side of broccoli as well. I do this garlic broccoli that I put soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, sesame oil, and a little bit of sugar and salt, and then red pepper flakes. And I just saute that up. And then for Friday night, I just went out to dinner with some of my friends and didn't get a clip of the food, but I like to treat myself on Friday nights and go out to eat. But yeah, that's everything I ate in a week. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Bye!